Hello. I guess I would like to start this broadcast, and because I've got no viewers right now this second, but you're gonna watch this once it's recorded. Funny story about this. Oh wow, brushes. These are my favorite. These are my preferred makeup brush to use on my models. Anyway, that aside, the last couple I've ordered them. First one, my dog destroyed, and this one. You can see there, it's got a load of glue around it. It says it snapped. Put it in my pocket. Decided to do a bit of hoovering. I forgot it was there. I was just moving around, doing a bit of the old hoovering. It snapped in two. So a bit of super glue. Keep that one on board. So this isn't going to be a very interesting video. It's just another live hangout test, really. I've got my Mr. Magoo glasses as well, because these are cool modeling glasses. Or actually, are these cooler? Are these any better? I think they're about the same strength. Oh, dirty. Really dirty. Right. Right. Blah, blah, blah. What's this all do here? Choose links. Links. Oh, okay. That's cool. Control room. What can I do here? Invite people. My circles. You can invite people in. Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Don't know how to get off this screen, mind. Close. Oh, there we are. Let's get back to that. Okay. So I'm just going to do a bit of painting. As it says on the screen, my Terminators. Space Hulk. That's what I'm going to do. So, try this brush out. Not too bad. Actually, it's more a case of trying these glasses out. I'll put this. Sorry, just leave the microphone for a second over there. That's better. Oh, really professional here. Yeah. So it's just me painting. I did something really stupid then. I went to paint because I was painting. I was using lead belcher yesterday on something. I was using it in my other palette. That's all dried out now, obviously. And I just went to dip it in the dry. Crazy. Crazy fool. But, you know, just painting these up. I appreciate this is a boring video, but you can paint along. Paint along with me if you want. Be bored with me. I'm just testing this out for because I've got to do live P&Q for next week, and just get one of those things that's all going to go hideously wrong. This brush, aside from the fact it snapped in two, this brush is actually quite good. Quite a good brush. Maybe one day I will end up getting one without damaging it. You never know. I think they're the dogs. They really are. Pro Art. Big plug. Pro Art brushes for all your modeling needs. They are brilliant. Ergonomically comfortable in the hand. So yeah, sorry, it's just me sat here painting my Space Hulk Terminators. But I thought, you know what the hell? Do a video whilst I'm doing it. That would be super cool. Yeah. I've moved my wet palette over here. I don't normally paint in this section of the room. I normally do it over there, but it'd be nice to be quite near. I feel like I'll be near you, even though I've got the microphone on here. So it doesn't really matter where I am. So yeah, people coming and going. Yeah, and I don't blame you. It's not very interesting, is it? But that's okay. That's cool. Lured you in with the word Space Hulk. I should have called it Minecraft. So I'm mentioning Minecraft. My daughter's playing Minecraft there. There's the link. She's playing it on downstairs on the Xbox right now. So there's the Minecraft link. Anyway, what am I going to do with these guys? Well, once I've painted them, I'm going to base them on round bases. So I want to use them in my games of 40k, as well as Space Hulk. I need to get the rules. I know there's some rules for using normal regular Space Marines in Space Hulk, isn't there? So because I'm going to test out the chat thing in a moment. I'll just finish this end of his gun. I just figured I need to do some painting. Well, I've got a few minutes actually. That happens too, so that's cool. So we've got about an hour that we can paint together. And then I've got to go and drop my daughter off at her nan's. So weather not very good. I went around the valley with the dogs today. It's just started spitting with rain as I was getting back, so I was quite lucky there. It's a good job I wasn't doing the vlog yet today, because it might have got my wet camera. Not good. Not good at all. No, what parts to paint? Guess I can do it. Let's test this chat thing out here. I'm just going to type test. See if it comes up. Yeah, me test. That's cool. So the chat thing seems to work. So hopefully, I do a live P&Q on Monday. I will endeavour to, anyway, that's a good word, endeavour. Word of the day, I will endeavour to do that. It's the only times you can get that word in the day. I used to do that in my old job, to work for Orange. No, don't all leave. I used to, years ago. When we used to get so bored, we used to have word of the day. You used to have to see how many times you get the same word in a sentence or in a conversation with a customer. So some strange words. Then it progressed to sentences. You know, like I like walking my dog. You've got to get that sentence in the conversation with the customer at some point, and it was quite funny. And then we had themed days as well. So you're talking online or talking on the phone in the call center. And it was like Star Wars theme day or a Star Trek theme day. To see how many Star Trek references you could get into your conversation with the customer. And you have someone there like going through it like alongside you, just ticking them off, and then see who got the most score. I can't remember one. I said to him, "Yes, sir. It's gonna check off your security details to make sure you're the real McCoy. And I think the customer knew what I was on about. So he kind of laughed. He didn't say anything, but I scored high that day. Yeah. Yeah, this brush is good. I wish it was not broken, like I explained earlier. If you've just joined, this glue around here, like brand new today. And I put it in my pocket, forgot it was there, did a bit of hoovering and snap. The last one I ordered was, well, it was destroyed by my dog. I've got to be quick. When the postman gets to the door, I've got to get there before my dog does. I've got to anticipate. Sometimes I see him coming down the road, I think, right, okay, I'm ready. And I'm there. But she does, and it's my fault. Initially I decided, I thought, I'm going to teach my dogs, I'm going to train them how to retrieve the mail. And in reality, what I actually did was get them interested in the post coming through the door, which they think is a great game now. Well, Millie more so than you, Rufus. But yeah, so that's kind of my fault. Thought I was some dog training guru, and I clearly wasn't. It's a bit more difficult painting over here, and this light's better over there, but I can look up periodically. Okay. I don't even know what who's who in the Space Hulk with these models. I'm not a fast painter, as you can see, but it's just paint along, paint along. It's just knowing what bits of the gun I want. Lead belch, I've got it on my wet palette here because I figure, well, don't want it drying up. The speed I paint is going to dry up else. I did the same with the red, so Evil Sun Sky, that's still nice and wet on the palette here if I need it. Yeah, it's good discovering the old wet palette. Because although I'm not a noob, I consider myself new in the hobby. Although not a noob, I'm still newish. And like discovering things all the time. Like when it was Nick Beers said wet palette. I was like, oh, it's a wet palette. So I looked it up, saw how people made theirs, and thought, oh, great. Haven't really looked back since. Don't always use a wet palette. It depends. For projects such as like Space Hulk, I think it's invaluable. Things like the Zombicide, when I painted that up, it was like a lot of quick interchangeable colors, so I didn't really use it. I wasn't really doing batch painting as such then for that. Not in the sense I do with like Space Hulk here. So yeah, that's coming on, looking all right. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got about 15 minutes of me painting like this. So if you're wanting to paint along, cool. Glad to have you on board. Get some painting done together. Sometimes I do the on the bench videos, and I find that quite hard because I'm always going off camera. I know it's not about what I'm painting as such, but yeah, it's just me. I like to have it on camera. Oh, if you can hear a rumbling noise, that's my washing machine downstairs. Sorry about that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Lead belcher. I was in two minds as to whether to carry on painting my Space Hulk or start assembling my Age of Sigmar, which I've got up there. And I thought, well, no, I'll finish these off first because I couldn't do the I couldn't really start the Gene Stealers because I'm still waiting for some of the paints to arrive, and although I know I'm going to do the purple color scheme, I don't exactly know exactly how I'm going to do it. I've got a lot of purples and pinks and all that kind of gear, but I've got more on the way. I've got airbrush paints on the way in purples. One of them's a Minotaur one. They're blooming expensive, but I do like Minotaur. I do like their range. I'm certainly not going to go and buy all the Minotaur paints. But what I will do is just get them as and when I need them. And in this particular project, I felt I needed a purple. So I've ordered. Can't remember the name of it, but it's a purple one. So there we are. That's looking a bit better now. It's amazing how it brings it out on the back. Yeah, it's really starting to pop out at me now. This Space Hulk Terminator. I can't keep doing this because I can't see you else with the glasses on. It's ridiculous. And I can't see him up close unless I've got glasses on, which is equally ridiculous. Oh well. What do you do? I think I'm going to be aiming for a kind of heat damage thing on the end of his gun here, so I shall leave that bit. It's amazing how long it takes when you're a slow painter. I've actually been asked to do a quote for a commission for somebody. I have no idea how many figures they got, what they want painted. So I'm going to have to say to them that, you know, I'm a slow painter. Depends what level you want it at. That's cool. That's looking quite good there. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. There's a little thing on top. I don't know what this is. The doobroo bit on top. Was it some sort of camera or something? I don't know what it is, but tracking device, scanning device. I don't know, whatever it is. We'll just do it all while we're here, and then we can pick out the lenses later. Then we'll move on to another guy. That's what we'll do. Yeah, so I'm guessing by the fact that I've got viewers, I'm guessing that it is working okay. And so this will be the way I will do my P&Q on Monday. Like I said before, I shall endeavour to get it up and running around about, well, I don't know, between 12:30 and 1 o'clock on Monday. I hope. That's my hope. And then we'll see. I just think I wanted to do a video because it's fun. That's all. It's a bit of fun. Now, is there anything else on him I want? Maybe the bit at the front of his helmet here, like the respiratory type area. So I'm just blundering on. I'm sorry, it's just boring. It's just me painting at the moment, but it's more of a test, really. This to see if I can remember how to do a live video. I did it back along, and I wasn't sure. I had a couple of false starts on that. I was like, just don't know what I'm doing with it, Then when I actually thought, well, I think I might actually be recording live now, and it came out okay. I think I had up to 4 viewers at one point on that. 3 or 4 viewers, I can't remember. Big time, 4 viewers. Yeah, that'll do for now, I think. Missed a spot there. So I'm just doing all the lead belcher or gunmetal colours in one hit. So that's the first one done-ish. Yeah. So that's the first one done. At that stage, put these glasses over here. I put these models down here as I do them. Oh God! These glasses make your eyes go funny. I got this on the go the other day. I got, if any of you've seen my videos, you'll see I've got a load of poker chips in the corner. Make great bases. I'm basing this kind of, get what she was, like an Amazon Beast Mistress or something. I just started to do. I'm gonna proxy her in one of my hordes armies, I think, or something or another. I can't remember what, but we'll do this. Oh, there's my dog barking. This Wolverine guy. I call him the Wolverine guy because he's got all the claws. I get the old lead belcher on these babies. Then I can do all the Runefang Steel highlights later, or what's the other one like Runefang Steel? Can't remember. There's another one. It's either slightly lighter or slightly darker. Can't quite remember. Memory is not my forte, and I attribute that to the MS actually. But hey, if you got an illness, you might as well use it to your advantage. Say, hey, it's my MS. I don't remember that. Was that what the rule says? I'm sorry, I don't remember MS. Kind of cool. Well, I mentioned hordes. I've been enjoying that lately. Not just because I've been winning a load of my games, but I really do enjoy the game. A lovely, great little skirmish game. Now I know, I can't remember who it was told me. I know that there's skirmish rules for like 40k, some good ones, different ones. I'm just wondering how they differ from the normal game. Because that would be kind of cool. Incidentally, with the Age of Sigmar and the whole War Scrolls thing, do you think they're going down the like the War Machine path or Hordes path, where you got the little cards? It's just something I was wondering. And they look at the privateer press thing and think, well, that seems quite popular. Something I like about it, not having loads of rule books. You got to keep thumbing through and flipping through pages. Detracts from the flow of the game, and that's just not fun. The Age of Sigmar rule set. 4 pages. I think they will expand on that, but for now, that's enough for me. 4 pages, I can deal with it. I can happily deal with that. Get some lead belcher on these claws. Power claws, is it? I don't know what they call them. I'm not going to play a single game of Space Hulk until all of the miniatures are painted. That's just my OCD. It's just the way I am. I think if I got my my studio built, then it'd be a bit less noisy. I think that'd be one bonus. Still get noise, I suppose, from outside, but it wouldn't be as much. I don't think. Oh, these claws. I thought they'd be easy. Yeah. Done your claws, mister. Oh, yeah, lots of chains on. That's cool. Do a bit of the chain. Lead belcher a bit going on. That could be highlighted later. I like to highlight them. I like to highlight lead belcher with Runefang steel. Like I say, I know there's another one, but I prefer Runefang steel. I've got the other one. Who knows? Might even remember the name of it later. So what I like about these videos is it records on it's on YouTube straight away. I'm gonna render it. It's just there. That's well cool. So I'm just concentrating whilst I do his respirator. I did all the door holders for the Space Hulk set. I did them. I just primed them black, lead belcher, non oil wash. Then I dry brushed Necron compound over the top. I think it looked really good. And then I sealed it with the varnish, matte varnish, and I thought they looked really good. I know they're only door holders for the space for the corridors and that, but you know, I thought they were cool. I thought they were cool. So yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Like I say, this is just like a test video, really. Testing to see if my live Google Hangout on air works, really. And once I get better at it, I can do some better stuff, plan some things as well. Do an interactive Google Hangout, that'd be cool. Have some guests on, all that kind of good stuff. Just trying to stick this guy on my Coke bottle lid. I think it's the way I hold them. I end up pushing them off. I'm not even holding the lid much now. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad I got this wet palette. I think this paint would have dried up ages ago. Yeah, it does look good when you start bringing out the chains and things on these guys. I said in one of my other videos, it struck me as kind of funny. They start off as red plastic, so then I prime them black, and then I start painting them red again. Which is, I don't know, it just struck me as funny. I'm definitely going to check out some Space Crusade YouTube videos, because there's some on YouTube. It doesn't have to take me back. I used to love Space Crusade. I was a lot younger then, obviously, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. There, done one of his vent things on the back. Yeah, so it's just me painting as I record. Or recording as I paint. Whatever you want to call it, dude. Yeah, I see some people have come and gone. Well, I'm not surprised. It's a kind of boring just watching somebody paint, unless you're painting along with them. Then that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Let's make sure my chat's working again. Yeah. That's cool. What does that do? Hell? Oh no, we don't want that. Yeah, I know my profile. I hate it when you watch these things and you see the person, they're obviously doing something. Yeah, I know that. Talking to myself now. Yes, I know. Nope. Just carry on. Whatever, dude. Whatever. No. Carry on. Yeah, you watch these videos and you see them. People are looking all over the screen and they're going on this, and they're obviously clicking different buttons and things, and you think, not often people just know what they're doing, and unless they've had so many fails already, or I'm trying to get my fails out of the way by doing these. I know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, the little camera thingy jiggy on the top. I'm doing them all silver as well. Keep it uniform throughout on him. Hey guys, how's it going? Front's quite dry now, actually. Sip of tea time. Sip of tea time, I think. Always looking quite good there. Almost done that. Just got the back bit to do. And then we might be able to move on to another model. Excellent. Yeah, I think he's coming on all right. Last time I did well, the first time I did a live. You see, if I say last time, it sounds like I've done it loads of times, but I haven't. So the first time I did a live broadcast, the quality was quite good, I thought, compared to some I've seen. Making sure my mic's plugged in. Tea gone cold, as is often the case. So I've got four Terminators done with that now. Move on to this. This one is my favourite one out of the whole. Hang on a minute, I'll just wash my brush out a bit. Don't want my brush drying up. New brush. Yeah, this one is my favourite sculpt out of the Space Hulk set. Is that dude there? I can't. Camera doesn't do it justice here, but I just love that pose. I love that. I think it's awesome. So I'm going to do him next in the lead belchers. So I'm going to do. What time is it here? 2:05. Well, not long. Be going to drop my daughter off at a nan's about 2:30. So got about 25 minutes to get a few more miniatures painted in that time, shall we? As long as we can get this dude done. Don't know what to do for his sword. So I'll leave that. I might want to airbrush something cool on his sword. So I'll leave his sword for now. I'll come back to that, I think. Then he's not like a librarian. I don't think. I'll double check. It might say in the book what he is. I don't know. Alright. Maybe I'll paint it as a normal sword. Don't often paint normal swords. Always power swords like glowing red or blue or whatever from the warp. Oh, my eyes got funny. That's one thing with doing some more fantasy type armies in other games, and that I get to paint more swords and shields, and so that'd be cool. I think there's a bit of that going on in Age of Sigmar, which I do look forward to painting. Right. So looking as I go on this, well, bottom of the bolters here. It really isn't the best light position. I don't normally paint here. Yeah, the pictures I've seen of the Space Hulk Terminators, the ones that are done up as Blood Angels, they're obviously in red, but their bolters and things are the coloured bits of the bolters. They're red too. I think that looks pants. To be honest, I think they need a different colour to break it up. Otherwise, it just melds into the rest of their arm. And don't know. I don't like that look. Once I've decided on a colour for their bolters, that's what they're going to be. They will then become red. Oh, not red, like blue or green or whatever colour I decide upon. Heck, might even do brown. Light brown bolter. Anybody done that before? It's weird. I've got the group chat box open, but I'm not sure if it's working or not. It seems to work when I do my test comments. But maybe I'll do something wrong. Maybe I've got to initiate something. Just nothing's ever easy, is it? Nothing's ever easy. Though saying that, this does appear to be broadcasting. I'm at least doing that much, so cool. Well, that didn't seem too hard. So yeah, apologies. This is a boring paint along video for those of you that have joined. But yeah, I really was just wanting to see if I could remember how to do a hangout on air, because I'm going to do that on Monday with my P&Q. So that goes out every Monday. But because next week will mark the 50th episode of P&Q, 50 that I've done. That's 50 question and answer sessions. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a live one to mark the 50th episode. So, yeah, I'll be reading out the questions, the comments, or whatever. Which I do the anonymous ones from the emails. If anybody wants to remain anonymous, they can email me for my P&Q at the start of the email. I'll know it's for P&Q then. Otherwise, I'll just answer it as an email. And anybody that asks a question on P&Q will remain anonymous. I won't give out their username, email name, or whatever pseudonym, real or otherwise. It doesn't matter. That way, they don't look silly. They ask what they deem a silly question or make a silly comment. I'm the one that looks silly then. That's what I'm doing it for. To spare them. If someone had a question that they thought was a silly question, like a beginning type question, I don't know. I can't think of a decent one, but for argument's sake, how do you decide who goes first in 40k? Well, I'll just read that out and then respond. Or what's the ballistic skill of a space marine? I'll just tell them 4. And that's it. We move on to the next one. That was the idea. It kind of evolved, I suppose. Yeah, check out the P&Qs if you haven't already. Getting quite popular now. Started the first episode. I was kind of answering my own question, like how did I start? How did Mini Warzone begin? The story of how I got into wargaming. So I really didn't think I was going to get into wargaming, personally, but I did. I got into it, and yeah. I mean, shall I go? I could go for it now if you want. Everybody comment no if you don't want me to. I'll give you a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. How I got into it was I went into my town. I mean, right, let's go back a bit. As a young lad, when I was at school, I was into Dungeons and Dragons. Loved it. Had a great little role-playing group. We had a games workshop in my town centre, which I would often look in the window, and I'd see people in there playing the games, rolling dice, getting all excited about it. I'm thinking, what that's all about? It looks kind of cool, but I just never did. Real life got in the way. Left school, got a job, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I knew about it. Years later, long after I stopped role playing and things, real life had really taken it over by then. You know, job, married, all that kind of stuff. Actually, married, divorced, married again. Kind of in town. My wife and I are in town. I think. Forget what my wife was in there for. I don't know. Just say pick up some glasses or something good, or have an eye test or something. I had about an hour to kill, wandering around town. I end up at the Games Workshop shop outside, looking in the window, and it was empty. I looked through the window; it was empty. I was like, oh, and I was writing a book at the time, um, for my own personal pleasure, not for publication, just because I enjoy writing. Um, and it was about werewolves and vampires and all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, there was a particular scene in this book that involved trees, and I was trying to visualize the scene, um, the scene of what I wanted in this book. It was a lot of trees, and I wanted models around it to visualize it. So I don't know, I'll get a couple of models, build them up, paint them up. That'd be quite fun, actually. And then I can visualize the scene in my book and write about it easier. I went in there, and obviously the guys, they're all enthusiastic, like, do you play? No, no, no. So I like the models. I'm after some trees. I'd like get a model of trees. Did you do anything like that? He says, yeah, we do these here, the citadel trees. Okay, yeah, you need some glue. Yeah, okay, get that. And I was that naive on the paint side of it. I picked up liquid green stuff, thinking it was the color green paint to paint my trees, the leaves, and that. Anyway, I got those. These, I can tell you don't play no. So I think the models look really cool. Though I gestured to the table he had out there at the time, and it was well, it was set up really good, like they have often in Games Workshop. And it was the Dark Vengeance box set. I didn't know that at the time, of course, but that's what it was. Along with lots of their cool terrain and all that, buildings, Honored Imperium, and roads and rubble. It just looked really awesome. He said, "Do you want a game?" Oh, I thought, wow, that's a bit geeky, isn't it? You know, no, I'll do that. What if someone sees me? And I thought, well, no one's going to see me in here. And I thought, well, I've got quite a bit of time to kill. So I thought, yeah, why not? So we ended up playing a game. I played the Dark Angels in that particular scenario, and he played the Chaos. And we started playing and rolling dice, and he's explaining things to me, and I found I was really enjoying myself. I thought, this is cool. I want to do more of this. This is where it's at for relaxation. I found it very relaxing and exciting at the same time. So, yeah, game ended as a draw. I killed his Hellbrute quite quickly with one of the Ravenwing. So I think they got, if I remember rightly, they got One of them's got a plasma pistol, hasn't he, or something? That must have been what it was, because there are many other figures with weapons that can touch the Hellbrute in that box set. But anyway, yeah, so took it as Hellbrute. I don't even know what that was. Like, what is it? He's like, oh wow, it's like a injured. He was talking about dreadnoughts. As that's like an injured space marine that gets put in there, and they can carry on fighting, and the chaos just put them in there anyway, and they go mad. And I thought, wow, a bit like a sort of RoboCop thing going on there. He said, yeah, a bit like that. I said, oh, that's cool. I like that. I thought, oh, just so awesome. And I thought, even if I don't play the game, these models are freaking awesome. You know what I mean? They really are. I would enjoy painting them and assembling them anyway. So I walked out of there with the trees and the glue and the loads of paint and brushes. So I'm putting that together. I need a bit more idea of what to do here. So I go out to a different hobby shop. This is on the day after, I think. And in their shop, they've got the book, How to Paint Citadel Miniatures. So I picked that up, which comes with a DVD. I watched that, and I was just totally blown away with the step-by-step process of how they get their paints down. And I thought, wow, it's really cool. I like that. I want to do this. So I went out and I bought paints and loads of stuff. Paint station. I just went nuts. I'd just been medically retired from my job, so I had a little bit of cash. This guy with the gun, he looks awesome. That fucking gun, look at it. Yes, we want some of that action going on there. Blow those mofos away. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, and I had the sale of my old house. So I had quite a bit of money on the go there. And I invested it all into this hobby. What you see before you. And I didn't get into the YouTube thing for a good while. 6 to 9 months down the road. I spent most of my time watching other people's YouTube videos, and that's what's helped me really. I saw a battle report by Mini War Gaming. It was one of the older ones. Matthew was using his Tyranids. He was playing against Tau. I didn't know what they were. All I knew was I was watching this. Tyranids look like aliens from the Alien films. Tau just looked like robots. I didn't know what they were at the time. I thought that looks cool. The game that they played, and he won. He wasn't expecting to against Tau, because at the time Tau were like the most powerful army in Warhammer 40k. But he won anyway, and the way he did it was voiceover bat rep. Then they weren't doing that kind of banter bat rep that they do now style. And it blew me away. Seeing it on the tabletop, all the Tyranids running along, the Termagants and the Hormagaunts, and spawning more, and I just thought, wow, this is awesome, and I want to play Tyranids. So I had to go and find out about Tyranids, buy a codex and Tyranid models, and paint them up, and try and replicate what I saw. And that's kind of how I started it. And then I just progressed from there. Other games and systems, and finding a gaming club, which was awesome. My local gaming club is pretty cool. So they do have a wide variety of games there. A lot of historical, and there is Warhammer there as well. And you got it all: Warhammer, War Machine, Saga, Bolt Action, Hordes. A lot of games that are out of production now. I played there. Board games, Drop Zone Commander, BattleTech, whatever it's called. I don't know. There's loads of stuff going on there. Kings of War. I can't even, there's no way I can mention them all. Basically, if it's a game, they play it, or someone does. Zombicide. It's just all there. Anyway, you want to play a game or something, that's the place to go. Or go to their forum or their website. Leave a link on their or leave a message on their forum, and hook up for a game. It's cool. We've got loads of tables, loads of terrain. So I signed up, paid an annual membership fee, and yeah, I haven't looked back. God, this gun is a pain in the backside to paint. I can see why Owen likes to dry brush a lot of his models, especially when he's doing these chat things. Oops, 25 past. I'll have to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. Get my shoes on. Take my daughter down her grandmother's. Now, have I painted that? Well, I hope it hasn't been too boring for you. Like I said, this is good. This is more of a test video, really, so that next time I do one, I'll be a bit more. I don't know, a bit more with it. Give you something better to focus on rather than just me sat here painting, which is what it is. But maybe I can come up with some topics we can discuss. Get some controversial topics going on as well. Everybody likes a bit of controversy, right? Like we could say, what do you think about the new Age of Sigma rule of measuring from model to model as opposed to base to base? And we could do probably a whole session on that alone. Pros and cons. What do you prefer? Which way do you prefer to do it? Right, okay. I think this is about as good as I'm going to get this. Yeah, what a pain in the rear this is. Yeah. Yeah, it's very deceiving, this gun. It's starting to look better, though, I think. It's one freaking awesome gun, though, isn't it? I think we'll end it on his gun. Yes. Wow. In the next few minutes, I will end. I'll paint the backs of his legs yet, actually. Behind the knees. I know some people prefer to paint them black or grey black. I prefer to paint them lead belcher. It's just I just think it looks better. On some models it's okay to go grey black. I don't think pure black's the way to go. I think grey black looks so much better. Little dots there. I might as well finish this one off, actually, because I'm nearly there with this paint. It started to go through the meh stage, what I call the meh stage of the model. When you get a model, you prime it, you put a couple of base colors down, it starts to look really cool. You think, yes, it's looking better already. And then you start doing a few more things, put a wash on and a couple of more layer paints, and it starts looking crap again. And then at the end, all of a sudden, you're doing the final highlights. It just comes together and looks amazing. Well, I think so anyway. I think it looks cool. All right. Come on, you get. Yes, this brush would probably work better had it not been snapped in two. But, you know, these things happen. Yeah. Pretty impressive stuff. Not my painting. The model itself. All right. Well, it's been good to do a live thing. I do like the live broadcasts. Gets you thinking. Nearly there. Time almost there. So, well, it's coming up for the hour. Coming up for, and I gotta go. Much as I don't want to, because I'm kind of in the flow now. And when I come back, I won't be picking up the live thing again. It'll just be me watching something, probably. Me watching somebody else's feed. But yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that. I was just working out what colours to do things. Sometimes I have to stare at a model for quite some time. I think, how are we going to paint that? Okay, over that. He did. I'm checking the backs of the models, which sort of. Yep. Okay. Oh, my eyes. Right. Oops, just unclip my microphone a second. Come back. I hope this brush survives, even though it's super glued back together again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the beginning of the video. Once this is done, you'll see what I mean. The brush snapped, but it's been super glued back together again. Relatively strong bond, but well, then I keep dipping it in the water. So I'm going to put the lid on my wet palette. Go and get some shoes on. Take my daughter to her nan's. She's there for tea. And I hope you guys are okay. Oh, save electric. Nice and hot now. Hope you guys are okay. And I'll see you on the next video. If you are someone that doesn't usually watch my channel, then please check it out. You know, at least check out my YouTube channel of the weeks, where I recommend other YouTube channels. So if you don't like mine, at least you can see what else I'm recommending. Because there's loads of really good YouTube channels out there in regards to this hobby. And yeah, stay safe. Look after your mum and dad, all that kind of stuff. Remember, all brushes lead to war.